It's Bekah Berger with another hot spotlight. And this time we're going to go to the Rumford section of East Providence and learn all about the Wolf School with head of school, Anna Johnson. Hi, Anna.
Hello. Nice to
So
see you.
it's great to see you. And this is the first time I think I've heard about the Wolf School. So tell us all about it.
Okay, well, that's an easy topic. I love talking about the Wolf School. The Wolf School we're in our 24th year. We started in 1999. We opened the doors with three students on the east side of Providence. We were renting space at the Jewish Community Center. And it was started by parents of a complex learner who was looking for a school where their child could be successful. They were in a wonderfully supported private school setting that just wasn't the right fit. And they looked everywhere for a school for their child. And couldn't find one that they felt would best meet his needs. So they worked with some wonderful professionals in the area, an occupational therapist and a speech and language pathologist, and the early childhood director of that school. And they created the Wolf School, which was designed to support complex learners. And through that, developed the immersion model, which is a very unique model where the therapies, occupational therapy and speech and language therapy, social skills is all embedded within the academic curriculum. We have students in grades K-8, and it's a special education school, all special education, very small classes, class sizes between 8 and 10, depending on the grade level. And students are taught with special education teachers, occupational therapists, speech and language pathologists, and teaching assistants in every classroom.
And you mentioned the immersion method, which I think is really interesting. And also, what do you think it is about the Wolf School that separates it maybe from schools similar to it?
I think the big part that separates us is the embedded therapies that are in the classroom. So students are, in typical settings, maybe they'll be getting pulled out for a couple sessions a week with occupational therapists or speech and language pathologists, and they'll work in that small setting and then go back to their main classroom setting. Whereas at the Wolf School, our immersion model is that the special educator is guiding the curriculum. So we are following, the state curriculum and standards, but the occupational therapists and speech and language pathologists are embedding their goals within that academic curriculum so that students are receiving OT and speech services throughout their day. They're not being pulled out. They're part of that classroom community and receiving all of their support within that. And then embedded in that is the social skills teaching and work with executive function skills. Those are also pieces that are really part of, not separate from, the curriculum that the teachers are working on with the students all day long. So, when you walk into a classroom at Wolf, it's really hard to tell like who the teacher is, who the teaching assistant is, who the speech or OT is, because everybody's working on the same goals for that child that are individualized for that child throughout the day. And when they go to art or to music, those same goals are being addressed, same supports are following those students. Whether they're sensory supports or some scaffolding around their social skill development, that's happening throughout the day and across all settings. And I think the other piece, just to add to that, is the home carryover. That really does set us apart because we know we can't do what we do here without the support and partnership from families. And so they are very much a part of their goal setting, their learning plans, and making sure that the strategies and supports and techniques that we're working on during the school day are being carried over at home and vice versa. They know their child best. And so working with families to sort of learn all the nuances and things that are working at home that we can try at school and vice versa really does make a huge impact on the progress and development of the students here.
Well, it sounds like you really bridge the gap between home and school, which I know that no matter what the school is really difficult to do. But it sounds like over at the Wolf School, you figured it out.
Yep. Yes, it's a really critical part of what we do.
And just out of curiosity, where did the name for the Wolf School come from?
So it's the founding student's middle name. So yeah, so the parents that helped start the school, that started the Wolf School, Andy Wallerstein and Mary Sloan, they had a child and his middle name was Wolf. So that's the name of the school.
I love it. It kind of
Yeah.
carries on that legacy. And I can't believe it started with 3 students.
Yep, 3 students, and today we are currently enrolled with 70 students, and continuing to grow and continuing to figure out how to meet the need because the demand is so high, and we have wait lists in classrooms, and students that we want to be here, but we just don't. We have a very specific ratio of students and teachers in the classroom, and so we want to make sure to keep those groupings small enough so that we can assure that the students will get the most out of the program.
We're speaking with Anna Johnson, head of school over at the Wolf School. I know you mentioned the wait list, but how can people learn more about the Wolf School?
So we have a website, www.thewolfschool.org, and so there's lots of information on there. Our director of enrollment, Paula Kelly, is we take referrals all the time. People call us, we answer the phone, we try to help and support as best we can. If we feel like a student is not a great fit, we also would be happy to make recommendations for other settings that might be. We're a wonderful school and a special ed school. For complex learners who have, difficult, many different challenges and strengths in lots of areas, but we're not a school for every child. So our students, they typically have, needs in the speech and language area, in the occupational therapy, sensory processing area, and then social pragmatics or social communication. So if students, if families are wondering if their child might be a fit, just make a phone call, check out our website, and we'd be happy to give you more information.
And it sounds like you all are a really good resource. Even like you said, Anna, if the school isn't right, you can also recommend other places for these
Yeah.
families.
Yes, there's a lot of wonderful special ed schools in Massachusetts, Rhode Island. Many of our students actually come from Massachusetts. So we have students from Rhode Island and Mass who travel, some of them up to over an hour a day each way to come to school here. But there are different schools for different types of students, and we're happy to partner and have those conversations as well.
Anna Johnson, head of school at the Wolf School. Is there anything else that you want people to know about the fantastic Wolf School?
I would say just, we want to be a resource in the community. So we often will offer, we have a speaker series in the fall. We have a conference, a complex learners conference that we run in the spring. Our next one is April 29th, where we bring in keynote speakers, and our own Wolf team will do we'll teach sessions on how to make what we do sort of accessible and implement it in other settings. We know not every student can be at the Wolf School, but we want to make sure that we provide training and consultation and resources to the community because we have figured out a way to work with complex learners in a way that's pretty unique. And our professionals here, our OTs in speech and educators, are absolutely amazing. So if, we welcome everyone to come to those events, they're open to the community, and those are on our website. We publicize them on social media. Like I said, we have one coming up April 29th on a Saturday, and would welcome anyone to participate in that. We're going to be talking about neurodiversity and big feelings. So that's our topic in April. So, and we do have a financial aid available, so please, we have rolling admissions. And so contacting us at any point during the year, and knowing that we do have some financial aid available. So families are feeling like, they're not sure if this is financially doable, we have a way to support that as well. So just give it a call, and we'll go from there.
Anna Johnson, head of school over at the Wolf School in the Rumford section of East Providence. Thank you so much for being on this month's School Spotlight.
Thank you for having me. It's great.